Mic check is the real one. Smart Gia Bumson, back to back to back at it again on the Celebrity Fizi.
The Ooni of Ife is on a rampant spree of marriages, and recently he has married 6 women in just 2 months. Quite incredible. And a lot of people are wondering what this is for. And after all the controversies, he himself decides to address the issue. And he talked about wanting to get married to one woman as his queen and having several other concubines, but that the throne is bigger than him or anybody else, and that the tradition demands that he get married to multiple women. In fact, the report is that the 7th wife is in the queue and would be married in the next few days. And also, the report also states that he is expected to marry up to 13 wives for a stipulated amount of time. And a lot of people are talking about this. They're wondering what this is for. But the tradition demands that he gets married to 13 wives in a stipulated amount of time. So with this made public, you have a lot of women that are really interested in being the Olori. They're literally applying to be one of the wives of the Ooni of Ife. Recently, you had a doctor from Ekiti State applying to be one of the wives of the Ooni. And also, his concubines that have been in the picture for a long time are also agitated and angry that the Ooni is not considering them to be one of the wives. So a lot of people are interested. Of course, he's an astute man, he's a handsome man, and he's a high value man in society. So a lot of ladies are interested. They would prefer him. They would prefer to share a high value man than to get married to an ordinary man and have him all for yourself. So a lot of people are interested and they're applying. But recently, what has caused a lot of rambling is the fact that actress Nkechi Blessing has showed her interest in marrying the Ooni of Ife. She declared her interest in posting a Photoshop picture of her and the Ooni of Ife, and that has not gone down well with some people. She got slammed by fellow actor Uche Maduagwu, saying the Ooni of Ife, they look for Olori and not a radio without battery. So guys, can you just calm down and think about what will happen if eventually somebody like Nkechi Blessing gets to be one of the wives of the Ooni of Ife? Just calm down and think about it. Of course, she's going to try to tear down the institution that have been there for years. I believe that Nkechi Blessing is not interested in the Ooni of Ife. He's not interested in the palace. He's not interested in knowing how to move and how to act like a queen, like the Olori. But she's only interested in being one of the wives of the Ooni of Ife because of clout, because of publicity. She wants to be able to brag and tell other women that she's on that elite class, she's not on their level, and that's why she's interested, nothing more. Now mind you, this is somebody who introduced her boyfriend that happens to be way younger than her as a man on Instagram. And few days ago, she insinuated that her boyfriend is trying to marry her. Suddenly today, she's now applying to be one of the wives of the Ooni of Ife. How pathetic. I think this is really important because we have a lot of young women looking up to her for advice. They're looking up to be like her. And I really think that she's a bad example to those women that actually look up to her. She has passed her prime, and at this point in her career, no matter how successful, no matter how rich she is, she would not be able to get the kind of man that she wants. So the best that she can do is to settle for younger men and to pay for relationship, to pay for younger men to date her. That's the best that can actually happen. And I'm really sorry for people young women who look up to this kind of women, because at the end of the day, they're not going to get married. They're not going to find that happiness, because basically women's happiness comes from family. So if they don't have that family, then it's always going to be a dark future ahead. The Ooni of Ife surely would never want to have anything to do with her kinds, because she's bad news. She's bad news. She's going to drag the Ooni of Ife at any point in time when they disagree, and she's going to try to tear down the institutions that have been there for years. So no man of value wants her, not the Ooni of Ife, not any man of value wants to marry her, because she's bad luck, she's bad news. And marrying her is going to bring the downfall of any high value person. The best she can get is to go low and marry somebody who is not at his level, or pay for relationships with younger people. So no relationship works when a woman is lousy and has a loud mouth. And normally a relationship works when both male and female understand their role in the relationship and play it to the fullest. The man being the provider, the defender of the household, and the woman being the support of the household. I think a lot of marriages are crashing today because both male and female don't really understand their roles in relationship building. When roles are changed or misinterpreted, then the relationship is bound to fall. Nkechi Blessing strikes me as somebody who doesn't understand what it takes to be a woman in a relationship and the roles that women play to keep their relationships. She's only interested in controversy. She's interested in clout, chasing clout. And this whole talk about marrying the Ooni of Ife is utter rubbish. It's your boy, Smart Job Bouncing, back to back at it again on the Celebrity Fizi. Let me know what you think in your comment. I might be wrong. And don't fail to like and subscribe. Peace out. No be juju be that.